I balanced the glass on the door handle, then set a plate on the floor right below it. Simple but effective. The second that door got pushed open, the glass would drop onto the plate and make enough noise to wake the dead. I grabbed the dinner knife, settled into the chair across from the bed, and killed the lights. The night passed without incident. That alone was enough to let me breathe a little easier. The next morning I boarded my flight and drove home, but even on the road I kept my guard up. I kept switching routes and made a point of never riding alongside another vehicle for too long, because at any moment a gun barrel could come sliding out of a car window. After a full day of doubling back and changing directions, I finally made it home. The moment I pulled up to the front door, I spotted 2 sets of footprints on the ground. Next to them, a pile of cigarette butts. Someone had been posted up outside my house, watching and waiting. That's a professional's habit. It hit me immediately. Someone had put out a contract on my life. I reached into the car, grabbed my handgun, vaulted over the fence into the yard, and moved quickly toward the house using the tree line as cover. But I stopped cold when I noticed more footprints near the side of the house. Whoever it was, they'd already gotten inside. I crouched low and slipped through the door. My wife was nowhere to be found. I threw open the bedroom door. The room had been torn apart, and there was blood on the wall. I called my wife immediately. That's when I found out she'd been badly hurt and rushed to the hospital. She told me a man and a woman had attacked her. Her brother filled in the rest. The 2 of them had left in a green taxi. I processed that, then made my first move. I transferred my wife to a private hospital where she'd be off the radar. Then I went back home, retrieved my stashed gear, and armed up. I changed into something that made me look like an ordinary tourist and hit the streets looking for that green cab. When I found it, I made note of the company it belonged to. That night, I broke into the taxi company's office, slipped into the dispatch room, and pulled up the trip logs for every vehicle in the fleet. It didn't take long to find what I needed. To throw off anyone who might come looking, I roughed up the room on my way out and scattered some cash around, made the whole thing look like a smash and grab. After that, a little pressure was all it took. He told me everything he knew. And the moment I had that information, I knew exactly who had sent the killers. Because in this line of work, there was only one person who had my home address, my boss. My boss lived in a high-security apartment building, the kind where you couldn't even get through the front door without clearing a facial recognition scan. My only play was to disguise myself as a cleaning worker and wait outside for an opening. When a delivery guy walked in, I fell in right behind him and rode the elevator up to the 4th floor. I left the trash cart in the hallway and walked in with nothing but my gun and a toolbox. The secretary nearly jumped out of her skin when she saw me, but she wasn't who I was there for. I pulled out a length of rope and calmly instructed her to tie my boss to his chair first, then bind herself in the bathroom. When I shut the bathroom door, I left it open just a crack enough to keep an eye on her whenever I needed to. My wife was lying in a hospital bed with serious injuries because someone had walked into my boss's office and placed an order, and I needed a name.